came out and is restricting everybody in their country to uh, only game for like 3 hours or a week or something like that. I think 3 hours a week or 3 hours a day, and they're like blaming it on like obviously like gaming isn't really beneficial and stuff like that, and they want people in their cities in the country to be more active and stay off the platform, and also they like communicate to the platforms like Xbox and PlayStation, where like I, I just don't see how the hell is this, how can you do this? Like I mean I can just like turn on my Xbox and what it's just gonna tell me I had a limit and just not gonna let me play like.
I mean, yeah, it's a communist country. They have that power.
I was like, what? But also, like, this sparked a question.
And this only happens in like the actual. This only happens in like the actual country. None of this stuff that we hear about, the bullshit we see China, doesn't happen in like Hong Kong, right? Or I mean Beijing.
Well, no, Beijing is China.
But isn't that like
Hong Kong is now China.
But isn't it like non-communist?
But they lost.
Okay.
They lost that. Okay. No, they not the war. It's not like they lost the war, but the contract expired with the British thing, and so now like China's trying to take over Hong Kong. But so yeah, no, I just don't see how you can do that. But I guess it is a communist country, so anything fucking goes.
Yeah, they can do whatever they want,
and they can control the population however they want. But the reason why I want to talk about this is because we're both young, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like video game over the time has been a negative to young adults in a way?
Yes and no, I guess. Because, I mean, it can be addictive. It can be.
Right.
But, so that's the one extreme. You could be addicted to video games. You don't go and work. You don't do nothing productive with your life, but just sit down and play video games.
Right.
That could be one of the perspectives. And then the other one would be that I can say that me playing video games as a kid kept me, I mean, I'm never a bad kid like that, but it kept me out the streets. It kept me from being in the streets.
That's true.
Outside of playing sports, playing video games kept me from being in the streets doing stupid illegal stuff.
The argument of like kids who play violent games could also be violence themselves. How much is that
That argument has been false every time. Even when they try it in America, using an argument with like the old GTA games, that's never true.
Wait, isn't it kind of sus? Like for a little bit where there was like a serial killer or a mass shooter, they're always like sometimes they would use the gaming as a reason to blame the person.
And but that's another case. That serial killer is obviously sick in the head. And a lot of times back then when we were seeing kids do stuff and try to blame it on like GTA,
right?
Man, them kids have something wrong with them. They should be seeing a therapist anyways. If they are caught acting out what they see in a video in a fictional game,
right?
Like, what do you as a parent need to be checking your kid,
right?
And if they're acting out what they see in a video game, you need to take that game away from them or seek therapy for them. That's not the video game's fault because the other millions of kids that played. I used to play Call of Duty and Grand Theft Auto all the time when I was young.
Right. And we never. I mean, we never went out and crashed a car or,
Don't worry. Hey, I think about it sometimes when I be having road rage. I'd be like, I wish life was like GTA where I could just ram my car into somebody's shit and keep it pushing, but you can't do that. But then I'm like, but I can't do that because it's legal. And guess what I do? I calm down and I go about my day. That's what a normal person does when they want to compare life to a video game. They don't act it out. Someone who is mentally messed up, mentally disturbed, will act out what they see.
I personally think like video game has kind of created like a culture of like.
It's a whole new culture now. We see esports and all this. People can make money and feed their families now.
Right, it's a career.
But in China, they don't care about that. But in other countries, you can.
But also, China's like
a technological country. So it's kind of a weird rule. I would think that. I mean, I don't know, man. I'm not
actually, their YouTube's banned there. So you don't really have like YouTube streamers that are like streaming
Twitch. Most of the gamers stream on Twitch.
But I don't think Twitch is allowed there either.
Oh, well, that's Amazon. Twitch is Amazon. So is Amazon allowed in China? Because Twitch is Amazon.
I don't know.
If Amazon is allowed in China, then Twitch is probably allowed in China.
How we look this up?
What if Amazon's allowed in China? Because I know Twitch. No. What if Twitch is owned by Amazon?
It's Twitch.
It's Amazon because you can buy Twitch subscriptions with Amazon Prime.
I know. I'm just looking at it's like it's Twitch.
Oh, banned in China.
Oh, Twitch is blocked in China.
That makes sense then.
Yeah, no, dude. They block everything except their only approved app. So
they got like a Chinese gaming app or something.
I mean, I guess.
Or streaming app, I guess.
Maybe, or maybe they just according to this new law, they don't want. Apparently, they don't want anybody to stream. So they don't want nobody sitting their asses playing video games and make money. But it is kind of crazy that there's a shit ton of people who are making a hell of money streaming, which is wild. But also, like, I guess it's like almost like a safe haven for a lot of people because, like, you know, if you had a rough 8 hour at work, I mean, you come home, you play video game, that's a stress relief.
Yeah,
in a way.
Or looking on the other end of the streaming, you sit down, watch your favorite streamer or whatever, play one of your favorite games.
Right.
It's the same thing. You come home from work and it's the same thing as people watching TV or reality TV. That's
what I'm saying. There's no difference between you binge watching Friends or The Office for the 110,000th time in a row than a guy sitting there playing his video games for the last 5 hours. There's no difference.
Or to compare it to China, because I know like on Chinese TV they have like a lot of those game shows, right?
Right.
It's no different than.
They love Disney. I'm pretty sure they watch a shit ton of Disney back to back to back to
back.
But
it's no difference than someone sitting down in China watching game shows. I know. I just seen that right now. Like, what? Okay, but yeah, it's no difference. It's no different than people sitting down in China after they get off of work and wanting to unwind watching a game show than going to play a video game or watching someone stream it. So I don't know. That's just a weird rule. I wouldn't expect that from China.
I know. I don't expect it either. But I mean, it is what it is. I truly just I'm baffled by the things they're doing. They're firing like their CEO left and right. They're forcing people to get out of the company. They're just doing weird shit. And like, I get it because I can see how Asian parents are getting mad at their kids like consistently playing video games or not probably like studying. Not probably doing anything like that, but also like as a parent, like you should be able to control that. Like, all right, the kid might get mad, but you at the end of the day, you the parent.
Damn, it's a kid.
You make the rules.
It's a kid. You're right, but it's a kid.
Yeah.
What do you want the kid to do? I mean, I'm not from an Asian culture, so like, I mean, what do you want the kid to do when you want them to study whenever they're not in school? You don't want them to have a life.
Exactly.
And that's why a lot of Asian kids specifically have mental health problems.
Is that true?
Yes, that's true. You guys actually lead.
Where's this stat?
We're up there too, but you guys for sure.
Who's we? Are you saying black people or American?
Black kids.
Black kids.
But Asian kids, I think.
I think we're probably up there because we got so many crazy parents.
They don't let y'all have fun. They don't let y'all be kids.
That's true.
Y'all come out your mom's things and.
Yeah.
Go straight into the sweatshop.
I came out. She was throwing knives at me left and right.
I'll come out and go straight to work. Y'all don't get the chance to be kids. So, yes, a lot of you guys do be having mental health issues.
We've been doing nails since 13.
Exactly.
I'm just like.
I was 13 playing football and riding my bikes with friends.
But I do believe that it's good to monitor your kids.
It is, but at the same time,
rate of playing video games because you don't want your kids to be sitting there for 8 hours straight.
Yes,
that's a full shift, my guy.
That's true, but at the same time, you have to let your kid be a kid.
Yeah,
he's gonna be a kid. I would rather my kid in the house. I wouldn't want them to do that every day.
Right.
But I'd rather them in the house playing their Xbox for 8 hours than outside with their friends. If they're out, I mean, it's different if they're outside with their friends and they're doing kid shit, but outside with their friends doing bad shit that they shouldn't be doing.
But then, like, why are you the government feel like you have the right to restrict somebody from like if you're gonna do that, shouldn't you restrict people from watching
TV?
The news for 3 hours straight? You know?
No, don't even gotta say the news, just TV in general.
Yeah, like
TV.
why are you just having this like keen on gaming as bad when there's other things that are far more addictive that are actually negative?
Because gaming is something where
I thought that stigma was over. I thought that stigma was kind of died like 5 years ago.
I was saying that. Well, yeah, that stigma about gaming has died, but that's why gaming is now something where anybody can potentially make a living, or even if not make a living, have extra income.
But I also feel like
I don't know how China goes. I don't know if people are allowed to have extra income.
I mean, it doesn't look like it because YouTube
like
isn't there.
If it's a communist country, I would assume that you can't really have extra income.
No, you
so
can't.
I would assume that they don't want people to try to become gamers like how you see the wave everybody
trying
else.
To tell American kids here you can't stream.
Not
That's
even
gonna be wild.
Not even just America, in Europe too. A lot of streamers. A lot of streamers are in Europe
the UK,
too.
Yeah,
oh,
the UK.
It was way bigger in Europe than like when we were kids.
Right.
That's when it was blowing up in Europe. It wasn't really blowing up.
I do see a lot more European, like especially British game streamers. To be honest, and a lot of the successful ones are British, actually.
There's a lot of successful American ones, but you're right. When it comes to like Call of Duty, Counter-Strike, all those shooting games.
Especially FIFA, bro. FIFA, they got that market on a lock.
Yeah, that's...
Any FIFA that you search up on YouTube is all European.
Yeah.